What's up, guys? It's me, man. I'm bringing guys some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Just for All. In the last part, we went ahead and questioned Adrian Andrews and found out that she actually isn't the killer. We may have failed in the trial, but I think Edgeworth has got something up his sleeve. He recognized the card that Adrian Andrews was twirling in her hand. So probably in this part we are going to continue and find a way to save Maya. So without further ado, let's get into it. March 22nd, 5:24 p.m. Right in Colossus. Mystic Maya, Mystic Maya. There, Pearls. I can't take it anymore. Look, it'll be alright. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't, because Mr. Engarde hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Cheer up. We don't have the time to stand around crying. We have to get going. You're right. Mystic Maya is much more in pain than I am. Hey, you guys. Glad I caught you, pal. Mr. Scruffy Detective. Scruffy Detective. He's been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now. It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe, pal. Now, and I came to talk to you, pal. But we're kind of busy right now. Okay, mate. What do you have to talk about? So, what are you going to do from now on? What do you mean, pal? Well, you've been fired, right? So, do you have a new job lined up? Oh, that. What am I supposed to do now, pal? Well, you're a detective. You could really, honestly, do anything. What are you talking about? You don't have another payday. I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal. Say what? You'll be searching for things that will prove Mr. Engarde's innocent all day, right? Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I've got lots of experience investigating, watching other people's places. And I'm great at making real simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it all. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things. Okay. By the way, what's your best dish? Instant noodles, pal. Why am I surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy foods? What's wrong with instant noodles? To be honest, nothing beats pasta, bro. Homemade pasta is the best. Never thought he'd say something like he didn't care if Mr. Adrian Andrews killed herself. He said that? That's horrible. But because of him doing that, we finally got the truth. Finally, Mr. Andrews' last testimony. I wonder if that was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in her testimony itself, but I still think there is something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. You mean about that thing, pal? What? Why would she not want to? No, I mean almost need to frame Mr. Engarde. I couldn't figure that out. Yeah, I was thinking about that in the last part. Then you're saying that that testimony was a lie? Not a lie per se. It just feels like there's more here that meets the eye, like a transformer. Oh, that's what Edgeworth would like to believe. That's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that. Francisco von Karma. Speaking of Miss von Karma, do you have any information on her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning? I wonder how she's doing herself. Miss von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol pal. But she's going to be fine, right? I mean, Edgeworth said she was in a stable condition, but, well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay. So she's okay, still hanging in there. But but they should be done taking the bullet out. So she's probably resting at the hospital. Which one? What, are you going to visit her, pal? No. Well, I kind of think about it. Hey, you've got a heart, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death, not being able to go to a trial today. So maybe it'll be a good for her if you went and let her whip you for a little bit, pal. Let's go. Let's go let her whip us, Mr. Engarde, rather. Now I'm definitely not going. Let's see. The name of the hospital. Oh yeah, the Hottie Clinic. Oh god, no. We were there. I'd rather not be there. Anyway, let's get out of here. Go to the lobby. Alright now, Nick. Let's go search for clues. Hold on a second. You shall not pass. I had to make it. I had to say it like that. You give me the chance, I had to say it like that. It's like the best meme. It is by far the best meme out of all. It's the only thing I know. It's the only thing I know about the Lord of the Rings. It's probably, yeah, it's the only thing. And also the fact that they didn't use those eagles things to fly to the mountain. Instead they just like got off halfway and just walked the rest of it, and it took like an entire movie to get to the mountain where Sauron was. I know that. But yeah, I watched The Hobbit. I watched like the second one with friends. Hold on, I want to do something first. Before anything else, I want to go to the Hottie Clinic first. Let's talk to. Let's go see. I want to see Francis von Karma. Oh, not this guy. Yes. Are you here visiting a patient? Hi. Wait a second. You're the fake Director Hottie. Why are you still here? Yeah. What is it? Can I help you? You can tell me. Yes. Director Hottie. Edgeworth? Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Ho ho ho. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes, what is it? Director Franziska. How is Franziska von Karma? You don't need to worry. Yes, she's in good hands. Because you see, I'm personally taking good care of her. Yes. Hee. Yes. And that surgery, it went well. You have my gratitude. Looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret. Oh please, this guy's such a pervert. I would not want to have him. Her opponent was a gun after all. And when I snuck up on her, real secret like, she was screaming really loud. Yes, I see. But she's really cute too. Then I do that, she'd whip me with her whip. Boy, did I cry like a baby. Yes. But I think I could get used to it. She's around. I thought she would be in like that patient's robe. That would fit. That would be more fitting. Okay, yes. It's time for my IV drops. Yes. And what are those tulips doing in your hand, Mr. Wright? I knew I shouldn't have come here. He was gonna give her flowers. That's nice. I was shot in the front of the courthouse in my right shoulder. It's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. All the time? You've been shot all the time? What the fuck? But that wouldn't have been too much. Yeah, you look like you were definitely scared until only a few minutes ago. But I was dragged here by that prosecutor. He went so far as to grab me by the wrist the whole way here. It was the only logical course of action, given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. But with me doing so, I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made. I think I know what deal he's referring to. Miss Von Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you? I didn't know what you meant. I don't know what you mean. In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict, Mr. Engarde, you told Miss Andrews to not testify in court today. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof that I made such a deal? You're denying it? It looks like you were lucky, Mr. Wright. If I had been in court today, this trial would have been over. All while riding Miss Andrews' own crime. That isn't my problem, whether she had tampered with evidence or not. I have only one objective, to find Engarde guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The ends justify the means. Miss Von Karma, Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then Engarde will be found guilty. And what does that have to do with me? Because of that, she is now in danger of being guilty herself. All because she believed in your words at the very end. That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all. But you know she was. Ow! I think visiting hours are about over. So, if you'll excuse me. What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off? Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Edgeworth. Shit, not the thing I wanted to do, but whatever. What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted. To go that far, but she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright, the courtroom is a garden of judgment. I am putting myself on the line when I stand there, and that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. Adrian's card. By the way, Edgeworth, you were really angry in court today. That's rare for you. Witness, that card, give it to me, hurry! Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? I can't believe you would hide from me all this time. The card, that card, what in the world is it? You mean this? Listen, Wright. This is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. A special investigation team has existed for a number of years, and few know of it. I understand. Their task is to find the owner of this card, a man called Shelly De Killer. And just as his name states, he is a killer, an assassin, the best at that, an assassin. All our evidence from yesterday's trial is gone. Long standing. The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelly is the professional name of a third heir to the killer name. So because his professional name is Shelly, he leaves cards with a shell on them. He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims. Why would he do something like that? We think it is part of his duty to his clients. His duty? If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves as insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients. I see. The clear values the trust between his and clients, and between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience. I guess that even honorable assassins can exist. So, you think that this assassin... You think this assassin... You think he's the one who did the killing in this case. It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it, wouldn't you agree? Shelly De Killer, huh? I noticed something at the trial today. You were behaving in a strange manner. Is something the matter? I guess I should just tell him. Maya, she's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal. I see. I had no idea. I prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow. Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is going to... Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity. Mr. Nick, there's no way you can find her. We don't even have a single clue to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Right, listen. You need to know something. Juan Corrido was killed by Shelly De Killer. And the client who ordered the job is Matt Engarde, your own client. Please stop. I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue our investigation, you will need this. What is it? The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelly De Killer. If you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me. Do you think Mr. Engarde hired an assassin? No way. I mean, he doesn't have a Psylocke. That's the thing. He didn't kill. That's why there wasn't a Psylocke. He did not kill him. Please, I ask you, I don't even know what you said. Date. Question marks. We don't know where she is. I guess even kidnappers can be clumsy enough to drop a car like this for me. Even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up. Like how Nick does everything in court. Anyway, let's try this card trick I just found. It sounds like I got the door to open. Okay, time to go take a look around. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. I would just run for the door. Fuck that shit, man. What is this place? I've got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Are those videos there? Well, I'm worried about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way I can show them to desist and maybe get out of here. Sound like this immediately caught my eye. What's this thing? An antenna? I guess. And this is VCR. There's a lot of electronic gadgets here. What is this antenna doing here? There's this picture. There's a framed picture sitting on the coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, looks something's right here. Let's see. I think it says, with love, Celeste? Celeste Impacts? Surely. It's gotta be her. Celeste has something to do with this? That's weird. What's a figurine doing on the sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear. Oh, how cute. But it's got a lot of cuts and slits onto it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something. Okay. Not, of course. Doesn't look like I can use this card to open the door. There's a little hole in the bottom of the door. If only I was skinnier, then maybe I'll be able to crawl through there. Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will. Yeah! It seems that your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you. He is. for now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you. Ways? You mean dead men tell no tales is how the saying goes, correct? The dead? I'm almost certain I told you on our first meeting. I'm an assassin. No way. You're lying. I mean, an assassin? People are not always who they appear to be. Uh-oh. Mr. Nick. Oh, yes, Pearls. Got caught up in my thoughts about my situation. Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know. I guess for now, I have no choice but to believe in Mr. Engarde. But I think I should listen to his story once more time. Alright, let's get going. Alright, to the detention center. Detention center, visitors room. I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today. I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but Mr. Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh, yeah. There's a message here for you. A message? It's from Matt Engarde. Ah, here you are. What did you write? Is it something really important? I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. To the lawyer dude, I've got something really important to tell you. Why do I suddenly feel uneasy all of a sudden? Oh, Mr. Wright. So actually, I have a favor to ask you. I've this cat named Shu. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably feel pretty hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, right? This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed this cat. I'm sure poor Shu's stomach is growling by now. Yeah, I guess. Alright. Shall we go to his house? I call losses and then remove. Where is it? How do I get there? That's the question. We'll talk to you in a bit. Living room. Sure. I'll turn on the light. Wow, what a room. Wow, so this is what a star's room looks like. Must be nice to be rich. Come on, Nick, let's find Shu, the kitty cat. Shu. So I guess this is Shu. Oh, what a lovely cat. Oh, hello, Shu. The cat seems to like pearls. Pardon me. May I help you with something, mister? Oh, we're lawyers. Actually, I'm Mr. Engarde's lawyer. The master's? Then you must be Mr. Wright. This is the guy. Okay, so we know this. This is the assassin, right? Obviously, Wright doesn't know this. So, I'm Doe. John Doe. Nice name, dude. Nice name, dude. If you don't know what John Doe is the name they give to dead bodies that have not been identified. So, for example, if let's say someone was found dead in the street, the police would call him a John Doe until they found out who he was. So, nice name. It's like John Smith in that kind of way. If you've ever watched Doctor Who. I believe the female equivalent is Jane Doe or something. I believe it's Jane Doe. I can search this up right now while the game keeps going on. Yeah, it's Jane though. Yeah. The female equivalent is of course Jane Doe. So I helps out. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Wait, hold on a second. If he has a butler, then why would he need us to go feed his cat? Surely his butler would do it. It's not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs. No, I would have thought Mr. Engarde the kind to have I would have thought Mr. Engarde the kind to have a maid over a butler. Yeah, looks like that kind of guy. That's a very cute cat you've got there. It's my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancy shoe. And anything else? No, not specifically. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat. Well then, I guess I need this piece of paper anymore. Master Note crumpled into a ball and thrown away. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now. Oh, we should probably get going ourselves. Ah, so young and yet so accomplished. A master of law. But there is also a lot to be proud of in being a butler in charge of a house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they might appear to be. Now, if you'll excuse me. Nice that you say that. Okay, so we obviously know that guy. That guy is an assassin. That guy is a person that has Maya. But of course, Phoenix doesn't know that, so we probably that's gonna annoy me for the rest of the day, or maybe until the rest of the thing. Because now it's normal for games like this with storytelling to tell the viewer more than the actual actors know. I forget what's actually called. It's something. I believe it's something to do with. Your million lies is too early to be asking a question. Okay. Oh, she hasn't. Okay. Present. Invitation. Oh, we do have everything. Oh. We do have everything. It's just that we just saw another thing. Okay. Letter introduction. Maybe if I show you this letter I've got from Edgeworth. This old bag, if you would look at it. Look at what? You want me to look at this worthless piece of edgy poo? Is that a perfume for pheromone de armor? I can't speak French. Let's see. Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth. Yours truly? That man's good at flattery. Yours truly. You only really use yours truly if you're talking to someone you're related to, or you don't really use it to whatever. It looks like she's strong feeling for Edgeworth. That may be, but you know something that he's going to come with it. That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings aren't meant to be told and shared. Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. So anyway, let's continue our investigation. Okay. What now? One thing before I forget. You can't go into Engarde's room today. Why? The police main investigation team is going to be in there all day, we hear. I wonder if, they're investigating the killer who we just met a minute ago. Alright, let's go. Viola hole. Looks like we're the only ones here. And yet, the hotel. Okay. Okay, hallway. Let's go. Hey, city boy. Laura, you're still here? Wrecking course. An investigative photographer eats and stars on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah? And this hotel just has the aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen. But, do you have a camera? Wreck given? How do you say that? Wreck given? Wreck even? Wreck given? No, I don't know. A photographer's gotta have cameras out the ear like corn to be a real pro, you know? So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feeding them out, do you have mine, you bread thief? Why can't you just drop the thief thing already? I'm not bloody... Night of the murder. Let's just talk. I want to ask you about the night of the murder. What? You're really gonna shell the box for the info I got? Lotta, you were loitering in the hallway the night of the murder, were you not? Well, kinda, but brace yourself, Wright. Here it comes. I didn't exactly hang on here the entire time, you know. Followed a few stars around. Got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too. Looks like she wasn't there the entire that night. The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the entire time either. I guess this means there's no one who can tell us who went that night. So about the note that was inside your camera case. Oh, that did he know I wrote? Yeah. Can I believe what you've written? You mean the stuff about Engarde shoving his manager lady onto Corrida? Yeah. Well, I reckon you're best not believing that. What? Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know, writing whatever came to mind. Whatever came to mind? Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bull doodles. Hey, what's with ya? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Hey, why do you look like you suddenly got older too? Or am I just shrinking here? Ah, my baby, my $1,600 baby. What's with the red-coated prosecutor anyhow? The guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me. Well, that's kind of how it is. Hey, you're that red coat's friend, aren't you? So put in a good few words for me and give me back my camera. You want me to do that? To what? You want me to do what? Listen, knight the guy real good for about 5 hours, and I guarantee he'll give it back. Why don't you do your own dirty work? Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. Tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Keep yourself out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you then. And you too there, little hun. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. And make sure you do your homework, you hear? Okay. If you haven't found yourself a camera, would you please just leave already? Bye. Okay. Let's go to Korea's room. Oh, who the fuck is making those noises? I couldn't make those noises in real life. Don't ask me to make noises. I hate evil girls. Wah, wah. Every time there's wah, I'm just gonna make it like Wario or Waluigi, like wah, wah, wah. I bet you couldn't go an entire day without saying wah. Zoinks. Who are you calling an alien? We've seen her like that for like ages. I mean, it's not special. What is wrong with you youngs today? I came here to pay my respect to my poor one, and you're stabbing me. Talk, girl. What do you guys say? Please talk to me about the night of the murder just one more time. I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fueled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer in her note. She was loitering around here with that imbecile look on her face. With that imbecile look on her face? Okay, got it. Now, hold on there, you little pipsqueak. If you're gonna take notes, at least make me sound better than that. Oh, alright. Now I've seen everything. But you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had to I had time to waste standing around here the whole night. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Creeder. He was the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts in my book. But I heard that he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. Engarde. Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that, you know. But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Just look at these mountain of presents. It's a show of a mountain of feelings from all his fans had for him. Yeah, the mountain. Mr. Nick. What is it, Pearls? The presents, they're all bears, right? She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. All of Mr. Creeder's presents from his fans seem to be bears. Oh, that's because you can't think of one without thinking about bears. Bears? Why bears? We bear bears. So many bears. Bears! He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight they became friends. Wow, what a heartwarming story. Look, it's just like one of those young people's dramas. I can see those two tackled out down by the room going, hey, you sure you can still fight? You too, bub. You too. Did all of that really happen? It's in his biography, bub. First he said autobiography. Man, I keep getting my words mixed up. So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents. Yeah, nice bears. What is that? What is that infernal racket? It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like we're already 8 p.m. Way past your bedtime. That startled me. I thought I was gonna die for a second. 8 p.m. That's the time when the award ceremony entered that night. Remember? Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. The receiver. Hello? Hello? This is not a phone. Maya, how is Maya? You haven't heard her, have you? It seems you are not able to fill your end of the bargain, Mr. Wright. I have heard the news, so it would seem my present is no good. One more day, please. All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a no guilty verdict for the sure this time, please. I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else after all. Please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's alright. Alright. What is all the static all of a sudden? Hello? It seems bad. Connect. Damn it. Did the transceiver suddenly break? Excuse me. It's not working for some reason. What happened? I don't know. All of a sudden, it became nothing but static. Mystic Maya, Mystic Maya. Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? I should probably have an electronic expert look at it. Oh, sorry about my yawning, man. Okay. No, I don't want to present to anything. Don't know what else to do. We could go to Gumshoe, see if he has anything to do. Hey, welcome back, pal. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner. That's nice. It's a rich man's luxurious full-course meal, out of a can, that is. I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have time to eat. I'm hungry right now. I need to eat lunch. You've got to be kidding. And here I thought you already whipped something up. Oh, I know. There is one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. Okay. Might as well ask him about the transceiver. What's wrong with it? The transceiver? Oh, Mr. Nick. You should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing. What thing? Oh, yeah. It broke, pal. When I was talking to the kidnapper, it suddenly just broke into static. Look, it sounded like this. I don't hear statics, pal. Huh? That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal. That's a huge word. Electromagnetic interference. So what is electromagnetic interference? Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen. The stuff on the screen kind of gets fuzzy and starts acting fuzzy. It starts acting weird. Huh? Computer? It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird. Oh yeah, yes, the TV does do that. Oh, so that's what you're talking about. She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this. So the room you were in when the interference to the transceiver happened, there's got to be something. There's that sending out very strong waves, pal. Something like a listening device or something. Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened? We were in Miss Carita's room, the scene of the murder. What? That's it. I'm going to sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the scene of crime later. Alright, pal? Alright. Oh wait, babe. Oh yeah, baby. It's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah! We're going to, Nick. Let's go. This is a faster way to get there. Then going through all these screens. Then via the hall. And then the hallway. And then Mr. Carita's room. There we go. Okay. Let's go. Sorry, pal. Sorry to keep you waiting. Do you have the bug sweeper? Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal. Then suddenly, I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So yeah, I couldn't get one of those police bug sweepers. What do you mean you couldn't get it? We need that item. Hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's. Wow, so this is the bug sweeper? It looks a little broken. Hey, this is what was made when I was in elementary school, pal. Oh, by who? Me, of course. Seeing this brings back memories. Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it looks a bit run down, but I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here. Your heart and soul? It'll work, trust me. It'll do its job, but you can't set the sensitivity, so it's going to beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves. Well, anyway, since I brought it all the way, might as well give it a whirl. Anyway, right, pal? I get the sinking feeling again. Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this puppy. There's a listening device, some sort of bug in this room, pal. So we're going to find it, right? Right. Now let's turn the sweeper on. That's the sweeper. Pal. Check gauge. Once you find something out, finally some gameplay. Pressing A all the time gets a bit boring. Okay. What the hell is that? The phone is the most commonplace listening device, I'd say. Okay. So, is there a listening device in there? I don't think so. It's a phone, so of course it would have them. Okay. Well, it certainly looks like an alarm clock. What's wrong? Why do you look troubled? I just can't imagine the listening device being inside of the alarm clock. It just sort of reminds me of something that happened a long time ago. Oh yeah, the second case, or was it the first one? Are you sure? What the hell is that? What's this? It's sort of like a hot pot, but well, I guess. Oh, what the both comes out? That's the computer. We don't really need to know that. That's another phone. What's in that bear? This is a huge stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I've ever seen. Hey, so did you guys find it? The listening device, I mean? No, not yet, but it's this bear's eye. Let's see. Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like finding the device to me, pal. Let's dig into this fella's eye. Let's dig this fella's eye out and see what we got there. No, you can't. Such a violent act. It's not a real bear. You do know that. No. It's a camera. There's a transmitter and a timer. What a meter? A transmitter, pal. Oh, is this more of the high-tech stuff? Okay. So this thing is a camera. Yup, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small high-grade video camera, mostly used in security systems. So it's a video camera. It runs on a battery, which comes with it in a set. But there's no videotape in this camera. This is the only camera part here, pal. This isn't tape recorder with the tape inside. It's somewhere else. Somewhere else. The footage is changed into radio waves and then is sent to that recorder. So it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it? Hey, you know, that's right. So, what is a transmitter? It's a device that sends footage that the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal. It looks like it attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn on the camera. Turn the camera on and record it at a certain time with it. You can set it for a certain time. Yep, let's see. This looks like it was set to start up 8 p.m. Go for 1 hour. 8 p.m. That was the time of the award ceremony ended. There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I guess. Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here? I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder. Then maybe this camera caught the murderer on tape. What? And if you think about the angle the bear is at, it's bound to have had a clear shot of the whole crime, pal. So there was a camera in the bird's eye, in the bear's eye, and it was disguised as a present. And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. Pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind. But who gave Mr. Greer this present? I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there got a video of what happened here that night. Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is? It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere. Anyway, so there's no real way to find out. Oh. I got it. What? Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit. What are you going to do? I'm going to go around to the electronic shops and see if I can find anyone who bought this. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m. Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah. Is he gonna say that every time? Yeah. But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake. You always manage to do things in the most inefficient ways. You'll have to excuse me. I heard your conversation just now. Mr. Edgeworth. What was it? Where the frick was Mr. in that sentence? Shit. A rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward one step at a time. I see. Thanks. Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her. So there was a spy camera inside the stuffed animal, huh? You're one lucky man, right? Do you know this stuff bear, little girl? I have no idea. Of course not. The maker of this bear is very expensive, luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade, and there are few that are exported here. What? The camera and the transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, the bear can tell us who the buyer is. Can you do that, Mr. Nick? Can you really? Well, I guess so. It's 9 PM. I think I can still make any time. I'll be taking this for now. Oh my god, he's carrying that huge ass bear. All our evidence is just gone from our hands right now. Wait! What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, Wright, until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Corrida? The real killer? Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, Wright. Everything begins with the truth. But what if I can't handle the truth? That's the question. The kidnapper who sold the condition is an acquittal for Mr. Engarde. Everything is crazy, man. And this card, Shelly De Killer. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to the case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do for now is find the truth. To be continued. Thank you guys for watching today's episode part thingy video. If you guys of course did enjoy the video, please hit that like button. It really helps out. And of course subscribe for more. And I will see you guys later for some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All.